so that I'm just recorded so that people can see this afterwards. But that way it protects your privacy but allows people to sit for the class afterwards.
Okay. So I'll just mute?
Yeah, you can just mute, but if you have questions, you're welcome to ask them. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I like to do in a class like this is we're just gonna take a breath and just kind of let the dust settle a little bit. Give yourself a chance to just sort of arrive in this room, right where you are. Let everything just slow down. We spend so much time reaching outside of this moment. And what it does is it makes it so that we are always at odds with this moment. Meditation, in its simplest form, is just coming into harmony with the present moment so that you're not layering anything else over it. So just gently let your awareness expand into this exact moment. This moment, which is not rushed, is not conjured into existence. It's just authentically itself. Nothing to fix, nothing to change. Nothing to endure. No one to please. One of the most important things I can tell anybody about meditation is that meditation is not about your personal life story. It's the doorway out of that. It's the reset button so that you can get back to what you actually are. Living, breathing, expansive consciousness. To get into that space, it requires a kind of expansive patience. You can't be scrambling for anything. You just have to center yourself right where you are. And from that space, you stop projecting onto the screen of life, and instead, you just make yourself available. Let life show you what it is in its natural state. This means really looking with your eyes, but looking in a way where you're seeing it all at once. The foreground, the periphery, and you can even kind of feel a little behind yourself. With your ears, you're listening. Deeply, deeply listening. So given to that listening, it's almost as if you're trying to hear the sound of the clouds moving over your head. It's relaxed because tension takes you out of it, but it's awake because you're poised on the edge of your seat. From there, we're going to place our attention high in our body at the forehead and the crown. And we're going to place all of our attention on the breath. As you breathe in, you are right there with that inhale, feeling the lungs expand, feeling the skin expand, listening to the sound of the breath against the backdrop of silence. As you exhale, you're following that exhale all the way down. At first, it takes a little effort, a little bit of focus. But you'll start to notice that things get quiet around you. Your energy just starts to feel quiet, patient, ready. And when that happens, you shift from a feeling of focus and clinging to the breath to a sense of abiding in the breath, a natural willingness to give yourself to the breath in this moment. Let's do that now. But if there's any question, you're welcome to interrupt and ask a question. For this, I meditate with the eyes open. Let them just kind of fall to the floor in front of you or look up at the desk in front of you, just to get them out of the way. While you give yourself so wholeheartedly to the breath that you're even aware of the little spaces of nothing between the inhale and exhale and between the exhale and inhale. That's a little moment of opening into the meditative state. Just be aware of it. you be? Can you be quieter than the breath itself? It's okay to have thoughts. Just don't play with them. Let the thoughts be the thoughts. Let your body be your body. Let the room be the room. You be the watcher of your breath. In the beginning, there's often a little feeling of frustration in the body. Just try to relax into that. It's just stuck energy. You've turned up the volume by being still. And it's pushing up against a narrow passageway. Just let go. Let go of your gut. Let go of your heart. Let go of your lungs. Let go of your head. The trick to meditation is relaxed focus. The discipline of focus while simultaneously letting go. When you're first learning it, you work on those separately. Your focus starts to make you tense, and so you focus on letting go. Your letting go starts to make you sleepy and a little blurry, and so you bring things back into focus until you find that sweet spot where the two are reconciled with each other. Like balancing yourself on a beam or a surfboard. In that balance, you can stand free on the wave of the prime substance of this universe, which is consciousness. Relaxed but vigilant. Focus on the breath. experiencing yourself at the forehead and crown. To really enter the meditative state, that meditation cannot exist within the context of time. That means right now, you have to sit in this way as if you have always been sitting in this way. You have to arrive as if you are never going to leave. As if this moment, right here, right now, is all that has ever existed and all that will ever exist. What if this is just it? For eternity. How would your attention embrace that? If there were nothing else to reach for, that's good. It's comfortable, isn't it? That's what's real. The rest is a bunch of conjurations from shared stories in your head and the people you're connected to. But this eternal, authentic moment, the comfort of that, the expansive intelligence of it, that's what's real. It's the canvas upon which everything else is painted. It's what you had before you were born and what will remain after you die. And the canvas in me is the canvas in you. We're the same. And as simple as this feels to you right now, there's a world of exploration within that. The dramas of your life are just waves on the surface of a vast ocean. They're so alluring and terrifying that we let go of what we actually are in order to deal with them. To wake up, you don't have to abandon the waves. You just have to put them in their proper context. Paint on a canvas that is forever being painted. A temporary aberration of peace and beauty. What if with your next few inhales, you really let your body open up? So that there's nothing blocking the flow. these little spots in you that are like a closed fist. Let them open. Let them fill with every inhale and relax with every exhale. Get some energy moving. If you can do that, you'll notice you start integrating more of this moment. It's all one big thing. Let go of your past and be cleanly in this moment. It'll be there when you stop. Right now, let it go. You aren't made to be in a million places at once. It's why you're so tired. Your energy is split. Trying to fix problems that aren't even happening in this moment. Give yourself a moment without problems. Feel what that does to your energy. The reset that it gives you. It's not denial. You just stop projecting onto this moment. You stop projecting the past onto the present, or your fear of the future onto the present. It is more in touch with reality, not less. And it's not escapist. Stop escaping the moment in front of you. Become more stable in that stillness. Make it your home. You don't do that by pushing or pulling. You do that by releasing your resistance. It's what's left when you stop pushing and pulling. It's your natural state. And you can feel that, can't you? A chance to just be yourself. You can feel your mind already reaching to the next thing, what happens after this meditation is done. And with that shift in attention, all those feelings enter the space. But why? They're mostly not comfortable. And they're not in front of you right now. The body does that because it knows if you continue to stay in your true self, something fundamental is going to start to change in you. Physical body is a creature of habit, not a big fan of change. So it makes you a little uncomfortable. Makes you feel like you gotta get up. But if you can just wade through it, there's beautiful things on the other side. A different level of clarity and comfort. There are layers to what you are. And if you can just stay open to this moment, they start to open up. You have to spend time in this moment. In any given day, until you get to this moment, you are dragging behind you a whole string of experiences. All these different areas of your life that your mind is just playing in and enlivening. You may even be trying to think of ways to make them better. Ways that you can be better. But it's all in reaction to the storyline. And so ultimately it never frees you from the storyline. It's like being on the heads side of a coin and thinking you can get off the coin by going to the tails side. It doesn't work. Instead, you've got to get off the coin. You have to drop the entire string and be with what's left in this moment. The string doesn't go anywhere. You have a very nuanced memory system. In fact, the second you touch any piece of it, it all comes screaming back in, doesn't it? But if you can press that reset button by just letting it go and giving yourself to this moment to train that experience into your nervous system so that it's something you can access, then you can choose when it's time to turn your attention back to a story. You can choose to prepare yourself for how you're going to handle that. You're not looking at it from a place of fatigue and frustration. You're looking at it through clean eyes. Clean eyes that are fresh and new in every moment. This is the power of you. The power of you stepping into you. You take back control over your own narrative. If you can practice every day, you'll give yourself a major gift. And you don't have to do an hour. You could do 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you're not good at it, then sit there and be bad at it for 20 minutes. Sit down and suck at meditation for 20 minutes. If you do that, it has to come, because it's what you are. It's just right under the surface of your clouds. If you can catch it for a split second, you can catch it for a minute. If you can catch it for a minute, you can catch it for 2 minutes. If you can catch it for 2, you can catch it for 5, for 10. If you can stay in that space for 10 minutes, you'll completely transform your entire life. But don't take my word for it. Show yourself. Okay, everybody. I feel like we're done for the night, but I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have. You can either unmute yourself and ask them, or you can put them in the chat. Was something going on with the link tonight? I noticed everyone showed up later than usual, but all at the same time. Just a fluke?
Worked for me.
Okay. Cool. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I will be here next Thursday at the same time.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.